Now we're gonna learn how to do something else. Okay, so if I want to add some information, I want to add a text box here, and I'll draw it right here, for example, about the presenter. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, this is the first letter. I'm gonna make the first letter bigger to make it, more interesting, and the people can look at it. Okay, so what I can do, I go to where I go to format, this format or this format. Which one do you want? The last format. Okay, if you go outside the text box, it will disappear. So you have to be inside the text box, and you will have two formats, one for the page and one for the text box. In the second format, you can say something called the drop cap. Have you heard about the drop cap? Drop cap make the first letter bigger. So I can do that. I can by clicking on that. So I can choose which way that I want it, like this or any style that you feel like it's interesting. So I'm gonna choose, for example, this one here. So it just capitalized, make the first letter larger, and that make the text looks nice. Okay, and now this is called the drop cap. Okay, it is called drop cap. It's in the format tab. If you are inside the text box, it will show. If you are outside the text box, you will not see any format. So you have to click inside the text box in order to see that. Okay, so if you click outside the text box, you will not have a format tab. Okay, if you click inside the text box and you want to make the first letter is bigger, so you have to click inside, and then after that you go and choose drop cap. Okay guys, this is the drop cap. See this paragraph. Okay, I want to make the space between the lines different. Okay, so I can shadow it and click where on what, then right click here, and then I'll say change the text. I'm gonna choose character spacing, not paragraph. The paragraph is already from here, but I'm gonna choose from the change text. I'm gonna choose character spacing. Okay, now character spacing is actually the space between the letters. Okay, you can see here, if I increase the space between the letters, you can see it will become here different. Okay, so I can this is called shrink. Okay, 100%. all right, now you can do something and change it to be a little bit different. Okay, so for example, in the kernel text, you can make it larger, or you can make it smaller, and look at the text here, what's become. Okay, now this has changed the way the text that comes close to each other. So I can also increase the space between the letters. You can see what happened here. What happened to this? More space between the letters. You want to make them more smaller, close to each other. If you reduce it too much, they will be on top of each other, like this. Okay, but be more reasonable. Sometimes you want to make it looks nice like this. Okay, clear, so the people can read it, clearly. You can increase the size here to make the text. You can reduce the size of the picture and increase the size here, so the text, all the text will appear. Okay, again, how do you get that? You just shadow the text, right click, and you choose change text, and you go to character spacing. Okay, and then you can choose normal, which is the normal way that we write, or you can say expanded, too much space, or you can say in top of each other, small space between the letters. So I'm gonna choose expanded and make it like this, and that will be okay now. Okay, and I can make the font, equal from both sides. Okay, now the text need to be get more larger. How to add image? We already add an image here. Okay, so that's how we actually do that. You can do the name like this name, for example, or you can use the word art. So this one, for example, I can copy that. I can say like this. I can say go to insert, and I'm going to say word art, and I can choose which word art I want to choose. I can use, for example, this one, and I can write my own text. Let's write my name like this. Okay, and I will say okay, so it will come up right here. You can make it smaller if you want. You can put it anywhere in the top or somewhere that looks nice. Okay, you can also play with that, so you can for example rotate it somehow, make it rotation and put it right here. Some people they do that. Okay, some people do that. If you wanna squeeze it more, control how it looks like in the yellow, this one, if you click on the yellow, it make it nicer, and if you increase the yellow to the other side, that will make it looks normal. Okay, you can copy that. You can copy that and paste it on the other side. Let's say paste, and I put it in the other side here. Yeah, and I'm just gonna make it rotate it like this. Okay, and just move it a little bit like this, and make it smaller, a little bit bigger. Yeah, something like that. So you can play with that and try to design something more interesting, something more interactive. Now also you can insert clip art, which is somehow different way. Okay, you can insert some shapes, you can insert some pictures from inside. Okay, you can put something. This is now how we insert clip art. Okay, there's no clip art here, but we can say pictures online. Okay, and from the picture online you can go and say okay, and I can search for anything that I want to add about computers or anything like this. So I can say computers. I can find a lot of pictures about computers without the plus. Okay, that will give us like a lot of things. You can find the clip art. If you want the clip art, just do clip art, and you find you can also insert this one. For example, I can insert this one right here. You can put it in the side, for example. Okay, and I can put it in this side like this. Okay, so you can work on adding a lot of things. Okay, and make it looks interesting. Okay, I can flip this. I can click on this one. I can flip it somehow. I can change the color. I can rotate it if you want. I can rotate it like 90 degree like this and put it on this side, make it looks interesting this way. You can add more than one, or you can add a lot of clip art. You can say insert, and you go to the pictures, online pictures, and you write clip art. Okay, and then you say enter, and you can find a lot of things. Okay, without the plus, of course. And I'm not sure where this come from, so you can add so many things like this. This one here, for example, looks interesting for me. I can also add more than one. Okay, I can add let's say yeah, I'm gonna add this one, and yeah, just that one. خلاص. Okay, so it comes like this one. I can make it smaller, and I can put it here like this in the corner. In 2010, you're gonna find insert, and then you can find clip art right here. Okay, so we have learned draw a text box and draw business information, create business information, the word art, and we learn how to insert a picture and online picture, shapes if you want any shape. Okay, and yeah, you can add a lot of things actually. Okay, if you want, you can add like a calendar. Okay, and that will add it to the picture. So if I don't want to add like this text, I can remove it. If I want to save, before I remove something, you can say file, and you click on save as. You must save every time. Okay, so you can say save it in my document, for example. Yes, and save it as what? Lecture. Monder, for example. Yeah, and just remove the others, and you say save. Okay, that will be saved, so you can open it. Now if you print it, it will be printed like this, exactly the same as this one, as you see.